story. Hundreds of millions of dollars worth of drugs and guns, Glock switches, and other items taken off the streets thanks to a special detail that culminated Thursday in Muskogee County.
Law enforcement call it Operation Sweet Silence, which was a 2.5 years in the making, aimed at taking down gang members and cutting crime. News at 9's Catrice Nolan joins us live in our newsroom tonight with more on this takedown.
Catrice, we understand multiple local, state, and federal agencies involved in this operation.
That's right. Several agencies involved, and this is the number. Over $279 million in street value of what they seized. And the FBI, the GBI, the DEA, and others all worked together for Operation Sweet Silence. Now, the sheriff says although they took more than 2.5 years moving in silence, the takedown was seen and heard across the Chattahoochee Valley. These are the mugshot and faces of some of the people just arrested in the Columbus area through what they are calling Operation Sweet Silence. The multi-agency takedown has been planned for more than 2 years. Muskogee County Sheriff says it took overtime hours to put that many people behind bars.
The Muskogee County Sheriff's Office has worked in lockstep with the FBI and the DEA to go after some very dangerous gang members of the Zohannan gang, members of the Crips.
District Attorney Don Kelly telling us that gang activity has led to high homicide rates in Muskogee County.
We've seen the homicide rate more than double because of gangs, and we are going to continue to target gangs. 19
of the suspects facing federal charges, 12 of those cases being prosecuted locally. The drugs and other illegal weapons seized in this operations have a street value of $279 million, something the U.S. Attorney's Office says was a large amount for this area.
This was a major operation, one of the largest, I think, in Columbus history, and it was, the point is to really target folks who are doing the most damage in the community.
Spilling the drugs and crime into other areas like Harris and Russell counties.
When it affects one person, we know these criminals don't stop at the county line.
And law enforcement is not silent about their warning for criminals.
We have 4 words for those individuals who think that they can set up shop in Muskogee County. Not on our watch.
And the sheriff going on to say that people of Columbus deserve to be safe, and taking all these drugs and gang members off the streets is a start. Just go to WTVM.com to find a breakdown of the narcotics seized and the federal charges for those arrested. Reporting in the newsroom, Catrice Nolan, WTVM News Leader 9.
And certainly some amazing numbers there that you talked about, Catrice. As you said, sweet silence, speaking loud and clear to folks in this area. All right, thank you very much.
I think I'm Big Meech. Got it. Damn. Big homie PeeWee, that's, major weight. That's like up there with Big Meech. Like I think when they raided Big Meech's house, they got him with like 200 bricks in that house. Yeah, that's cartel. That's cartel mob money right there, And, it's interesting because like up in Seattle, we got plugs and things like that. But not like down south in the Midwest does. Especially like Detroit being right next to Canada on that border. Oh, there's major. It's very common for you to know somebody that knows someone, or someone directly who's moving major weight and could easily put you on by having you move a couple breaks across the road. And I know a lot of people will be like, that's ridiculous. I don't understand why they do this stuff. Like, why would you risk going to the penitentiary? But you gotta understand how they're thinking. They're thinking all right, I may get caught with like these 5 or 10 bricks, do like 5 years or 7 or 10 years. But when I get out, I'm gonna have $2 million tax free. Would you do 5 years for $2 million if you knew you was coming back home to $2 million tax free? Would you do 8 years for $10 million? So that's how they're thinking. I know a lot of cats are like, nah, they don't know, but you gotta think about it. He's coming from straight trenches, extremely impoverished, with somebody, you being in your being in your teens or your early 20s and somebody comes across you with a move like that, you might just go ahead and do that. But nonetheless, we're going to go ahead and get into this clip with Wack100. Basically, Wack is saying that BrickBaby is the feds, and he's setting everybody up, and he had to have set up his longtime friend PeeWee Longway with the feds to catch this case. I guess BrickBaby caught a Fed charge like a year or so ago. He got caught with a chopper, and he's never had a court date since. So Wack's like, oh, that's ridiculous. He has to be snitching. And then when you hear Wack referring to the case he caught years back, I guess he got caught in a small town with a bunch of choppers in his trunk with his partner, and Wack was driving, like a TI type situation. And then when they took him to the precinct in this small town, called it like a sundown type town, there was no feds there, so he had to wait for the feds to get there. When the feds got there, they told Wack that, yeah, this is our type of case, our line of work we deal with, but for some reason we don't want to deal with this Fed case. We're just going to leave it be and let them deal with it. And I guess then the state ended up giving him bond, and Wack immediately bailed out and resolved that issue without it turning federal. And everybody was like, well, a few people that spoke on it was like, nah, it's impossible. Wack had to be telling, and yada, yada, yada. You know how they be messy down there at that no jumper. And I don't ever want to become that type of individual where you hopping on a major platform like that, or major platforms, being down there at no jumper and beefing with somebody consistently all the time, talking down on them and degrading them, you know what I mean, over and over again. Like the same type of individual. I can understand if you address it once, maybe twice, with it being some, you know, industry issues or so involving music, you know what I mean? But let alone street beef, and you're just steady on a platform talking yish about somebody, you know what I mean? And then most of the time when they run into them, it's just like a handshake. Like, that's ridiculous. I'd never want to become that messy. But anyhow, let's go ahead and get into this content. Wack100 speaking on BrickBaby being the feds.
Chuck. 31. Is it 31 arrested or 120? I think it's like 31. 31 arrested, Chuck. You seen all the dope. We seen the breakdown of the dope. Them niggas got enough dope to get everybody 100 years, right? Chuck, you know, God, they ain't put that thing together in 72 hours.
I know. That's what I said earlier.
Now, I will say this. BrickBaby got an open fan case he ain't been to court on 15 months. Arrested June 2023. Right? You never know why a went and met a what a talked about. You never know. I wasn't there. I do know when I asked Adam said Brick went to the studio by himself with PeeWee. He wasn't there.
Oh, yeah.
I asked him the other day.
That's what I'm saying, bro. These circumstances but just never crazy.
You never know. What I will say is the arrest, him or him, because they come 3 days later. That operation, whatever the they call it, been going on for a while. But you never know what a went up in there, nigga, and asked and you never know. You know what I'm saying? When it come to that, you know what I mean? I wouldn't be surprised if the conversation, whatever they had, come out in the transcript. It wouldn't surprise me at all. As far as the overall theme, 31 nah, did that go up in there and have a conversation with that man and maybe something wasn't right, I wouldn't bet against it.
Yeah, but for sure, like you said, I said it earlier, that's for sure an ongoing investigation. You know what I'm saying? You just ain't going 200 million and
3 days
at the same time. Come on, man.
Somebody they hit that spot at the right time. Because any given day, they gone. You know what I'm saying? You know, that was a fresh drop. Just don't sit on that kind of come in. They do what they gotta do, and they go out. They're supposed to go out. Like back in the days, Youngstown, Ohio, that was our octopus spot. You had to hit Youngstown from the west, to Youngstown, from Youngstown, that Florida, Atlanta, Memphis, New York, Philly, you know what I'm saying? But if you caught that in Youngstown, you was gonna catch it like that type of amount. So that home base, somebody internal definitely working. That ain't nothing. They just sitting on that type of weight all day, just on the norm.
My thing though is this though with BrickBaby, bro. Like he asked mud though, he like, what's to you? That's what I be asking him, like, what's to you, BrickBaby? Because he told us about how the drone came through the balcony, told him freeze, and all this extra shit. He said it was the sheriffs. Was it the sheriffs? Was it the feds? But anyway, you got an ongoing case.
15 months, no court.
About this
how long, yo, Ghost, how long I been telling where's this court date at, bro?
Yeah, I was just saying that before you came back in here. I was just saying that.
Everybody on the app knew he got booked. Called with a case, feds figured up. With a case, with a court date at. Running no 15 months, no court date, bro. That's how.
Especially not on no Fed case. State case.
So I give it 70, 80 day run at a time, you know, 120 sometime if you're on the street, you know, but nah. But these is crazy, bro. I'm starting to understand that. I hate to say it as as it sounds. Whatever I say makes a do the opposite. So I'm really the one getting called up without trying to do it. Hey, the Fed case ain't been to court 15 months. Talking about I'm gonna hang with the anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
I'm telling you, like, if I tell a go hang with the maybe they stop hanging with the but
you know, the crazy part is, though, I seen that episode, you know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, I be in tune with BrickBaby. I think he's a great podcaster. So I hear what he be saying. And I know Adam...
You heard him lie and then clean it up later on.
Yeah.
Adam like, nah, he got a case.
He got a case.
I gave him the, you know, he called me. I ain't gonna lie about that. He was hollering he ain't got no case. Oh, you got a case because a certain individual... Well, let me put it like this. If a up on the R&B, they gonna know everything going on with me, right? There you go. That's how I knew.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? You know Ghost, you know the guy that brought Chris Brown and Soulja Boy and all them people around them neck of the woods, and name sound a little bit like mine, Mr. Ombopton.
Yeah. He a superstar.
Yeah, he hitting R&B, my. You feel what I'm trying to tell you? Yeah, he hitting his R&B though. You get me?
That's
right.
crazy.
You hear what I said? You hear what I said? Motherfucker got Paul Blue all up in there. Yeah. So I know what's happening. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Wack, you know, we got the internet been going, like, I guess, I don't know if they been going crazy, but we'll say they been speaking, right? And they talking about this Texas case and shit, bro.
See, here go the thing, right?
Like, hold on, though, bro. Let me just put this in, because this is some new information, because you said that Posted ran the content. I seen Posted.
We ran the post about 18 months ago.
Yeah.
I tell everybody about I only know about my cases because I tell you about them, right? So I tell you where to go get them, go get them. I don't give a fuck. I don't have Cody's and crime. You know what I'm saying? Even on that case, my brother was with me, but he caught a dope case in California, so I fought that one by myself while he was locked up. So, you know, I don't got Cody's and crimes. But the funny part about it, 3 days before you had my dismissal paperwork. Now all of a sudden when we talk about we called the clerk. I said, I bet you did call the clerk. You called a female on the phone, right? Yeah, okay. Anybody in this I'm trying to tell you, a clerk is gonna give you limited information. You're not gonna get no full compensation. They'll give you a case number, they'll give you a court date, they'll give you that kind of that. Even to get my dismissal paperwork. You know who I had to call to get it done?
That was definitely the clerk.
You know who I had to call to get my dismissal paperwork?
Who?
The bail bondsman. I had to call them because they wasn't gonna let me off the bond until they got the paperwork. You know what I'm saying? So I don't entertain them weird like them running plays. Get the paperwork. You ain't calling no clerk in nobody's court getting a 30-minute conversation. It ain't gonna happen. Nowhere.
Shit,
It's
they
not gonna
ran
happen.
fake paperwork on their trucks.
Bro, Chuck, how you think World Stars in a problems? When they went and pulled the paperwork under that shit Lamonte was doing, all that CS2 back and all that shit, even though that ain't me regardless, ain't none of that in there.
Man, that's crazy.
They added all that shit. None of that shit. Even that ain't me anyway. It's the from Main Street, only one from Main Street did time. He hit 600 mad the he like, bro, the bringing this shit up, bro. I don't want this shit coming up. That nigga Wack ain't got nothing to do with the case. These talking about. They open up old wounds, but I don't. Again, I was a person of interest because the Main Street told them people I was moving dope on my truck. I'm a very sought out individual, man. My weapon against the police has been stay legal. If I ever go to jail because I shot in that, you ain't gonna catch me on no dope, none of that. I don't do none of that. If I even think you do drugs, like, you ain't coming around. My own homies, family included. I don't with none of that. Only thing I'm gonna ever go to jail, other than that, I don't worry about it.
I seen you put up a post like a couple of weeks ago or something like that in regards to the dude Diamond that be over there. Anybody?
Oh yeah, they calling. Wack, let it go. This the fucking paraplegic in a wheelchair, bro. Oh, they called up on him. You know, when I put that package on him, on yours, Wack, what's happening? What you want us to do? His people is calling. Everybody calling. Brothers is calling. I'm like, no, bro, the been in there playing. Yeah, from 111. That's Dub C neighborhood where Cube and him come out of. Yeah, he got life Gardena. He in Gardena. The in a wheelchair, bro. He in a wheelchair yard. They been calling me. His brother been calling me. Homies been calling me like, my this the game he playing. I'm like, wow, we gonna holler at the We don't even know why he fraternizing with that other that on the other side playing this shit. Now he calling in like, yo, man, this is boom, 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 and is on the yard. Is trying to, cause they know that package. Boy, that's a stack. All that cost is a stack. And that nigga be running around leaking like these, wheeling to the infirmary. They discriminate in there doing bad. Lord forbid I go drop a bag off to a grandmama house who roof leaking. Don't get scared now. They calling me 600. Everybody. Man, let that go. Chuck, I'll call you with the on the phone later on.
Hey, what was that about with the, hey, what was that about? Like, I seen in the comments, they said he had a relationship. That's what Cube used to shout out Ice Cube.
Because that's the neighborhood Ice, but that's the neighborhood Ice Cube grew up in. Ice Cube ain't from Compton. Ice Cube from 111 neighborhood. He grew up over there. Dub C from 111 neighborhood. Big Keybo, all the security, they all 111 neighborhoods. So, you know, he probably did. They say he was a D-boy, but he in a wheelchair now. The been down 22 years. The got an L-WOP at that. He ain't even got a date. He life without parole.
Yeah,
on there talking crazy.
They was talking about.
He got an L-WOP.
He went in to go he hit a whole house or some shit like that. He ended up for murder.
Somebody, I got his whole blood up in Salinas Valley. I know what Penny in with Yardy on all that. He know that. Been sending kites like, hey, we don't know what you're doing, but old boy's playing, you know. One thing about me, Chuck, I ain't got a problem. I'm gonna play it all the way out, bro. All the way. Fox been playing, watch tomorrow, no jumper. The whole New York gonna know you gave up the paperwork and called the rat. You thought I didn't talk about it, mention you?
Who gave you the paperwork?
We
gonna make you famous, Fox, for giving up that paperwork.
We gonna play it the way out.
They been looking where the he's been. I've been looking at some.
There ain't nobody looking for beef. Beef's unpackable.
They can't with me.
No, I'm talking about the people that watch this. They like, where the he's been at.
Hey, yo, Chuck, you didn't catch. I already knew they was up to the. You didn't catch in Fox room when he said, all right, well, we gonna play too. We gonna play tomorrow. My is real shit. Touch. Yeah, Max, Big Car Black want to know exactly who you is. So, you know, we working on that.
Fox gave it up. Fox and I.
What? Dude's hella funny. He don't like somebody. He's just like, yeah, he the feds. Yeah. He's the one that stole. He the one that did it. Yeah, he the fed. That boy Wack, hella funny, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like and subscribe. It ain't nothing for y'all to like and subscribe. Appreciate y'all tuning in, playing with your boy. Appreciate all the comments. Y'all have a great day. Bet that. No setbacks. One love. No mean much. Shoulder shrugs. And don't forget, good things come to those who wait. Great things come to those who create. Keep creating what you love. Show enough.